one more time back here at Secoma for the title match in the scratch division and the girls scratch division, our last two games of the weekend. U17 just wrapped up with Kobe defeating Ewan. Handicap just wrapped up with Austin defeating Layla. Layla's back again to play Tamia for the girls scratch. Meanwhile, we'll have a brand new champion regardless in the scratch division as first-time finalists Henry Hind and Sam Gritsky taking on each other. Henry had a career high finish of 3rd or 4th below this, he says. Well, I was pretty sure this is Sam's first ever top 4. He's only dabbled in our tour throughout the years. He's 21, while Henry just 15 years old. Any age, any average. Anybody can do it. It's all about skill. Apparently, any hairstyle can do it too. Wow. Putting his all into that ball so much he almost got off balance, but got it to the right spot down lane, curves way back on his beaten path pattern, catches a double to stay within 20 pins. I was talking with some parents earlier this weekend how I think this decade is bringing a bigger variety of hairstyles than I've seen in a while. In the 80s, we all had our hair long. Early O's, we all had our hair short. Now we have a variety. We have this. We have this. We have the halfway there look here. And then we have the full-on I may never cut my hair again look. Add in the nose ring. You know what? While you have hair, have fun with it, right? And there you go. Because it won't always stay for all of us gentlemen. Sam tucks that swing way back in. And a pretty ball there. Game on. It was a low-scoring pattern yesterday, Taj Mahal. This pattern, beaten path, it had its moments. There were times where it looked just as hard as yesterday, but then they kind of opened up a little bit. Then they transitioned again and got harder. Then they opened up again, and towards the end, we've seen much higher scores the last 2 hours than we had all weekend. Henry won his semi over Mac 245 to 235, for example. And lots of other similar numbers throughout the last couple hours when prior to that a 200 game they did. Oh, Layla begs for that to roll and does roll the 7 out of that at least, which is the 5. And Henry answers that with the front 5. This might be his first JBT title match, but he's got plenty of experience in high-level competition at gold in the not Team USA, that thing. Thank you, Beth. Yes. Travels all over the country as a lot of these kids and their parents do. Dedicated on both sides of that. And listen, Team USA could very well be in his future as well. Got a great physical game, great family, super nice kid. Whoa! Look at that one. I believe I caught that pinfall on camera as Tamia rips the double 5 pin. It goes off spot. So listen, this is the rule on that. Because the machine knocked it down, whatever pin that was gets put on its original spot. I wasn't an 8-pin. I only half saw that. Whatever the original pin is what gets respot. We do have a million cameras.
It was a 4-pin.
It was most likely a 4 because it was that light hit, right? Fortunately, in this scenario, it's bowling in 2023. We got a billion cameras. The best dressed Jeffrey in the house is going to do an instant replay and reconfirm that. Jeff does the coaching here too and puts out a great newsletter and does a great job with a whole bunch of kids, not just his own.
You're right. It was
the official call, all the Jeffs agree? All right, so if someone could help us spot the 4 only on 27, please. When the machine knocks it over, it goes back to the original spot. If the machine picked up pin action that moved it, it will go over there to where the pin action was. Meanwhile, Gritsky for 4. Ow, man, he's coming in so steep. That ball is on the 3 board at like 50 feet. And it does come into the pocket, but behind it, and you leave a lot of 210s from that spot. You strike a lot too, but you leave a lot of 210s from that spot, and it's a bad time for one of them there coming off 3 in a row. Tour moves on to Kingman, Arizona next. Up here in the Northwest, we go to the Kingpin Centers, 2 beautiful centers in northern Oregon at the end of September. Makeable split. That wide right in that case only gets the 1. Sam was playing catch up. Now he's redug the hole back to 36 pins. Only 4 frames to go. Did you see that? If you didn't know Sam's name, you had like a half second to see his name as the hair went. Curls it around. Thanks again to Mike and the whole team for having us here at Secoma. Season opening tradition for many years is that 4-pin dances onto its spot. Sam focuses on his lane. Right over about 5th arrow. That's too tight though. See that ball? Good arrow left at the break point. You do have a little room to play, but not that much. Best you can do is only maintain the 36-pin deficit with a spare here. So to me, to her utter shock, has to shoot this 4-pin now. Which after all that, she does with no problem. Sam's smart move here, not taking any spare for granted. Takes all of his time. Dead hard and straight. I like the fundamentals. No problem at the old 3. Let's see if Tamia does any more funny stuff here in her 5th. Just a 2-pin game. Beautiful follow through. Up-and-coming bowler. In addition to her bowling talent, she won a boatload of scholarship money in the off-season on sportsmanship awards. She won the I Am Bowling Award for a cool brand. She won one of the G.P. Mason Awards too, right? Didn't Tamia? You don't know any? My stat department's letting me down here to my left. Oh, and she chops that off. That's hard to chop as a right-hander there. A weird couple frames for Jaeger. I'm pretty sure she won one of the GG awards as well. Hind with a golden opportunity here to win his first career title. Same sort of shot as Sam, a little bit tight, but able to hang on to the pocket for the 4-pin. As that ball hit like a watermelon. Layla is rapidly improving. She is still working on rolls on her ball and adjusting those rolls. It's almost end over end to a fault at this stage. But she's learned between last season and this to at least get that ball into the roll rather than sometimes it just flat out skidded into the pocket with no rotation whatsoever. Yeah, that was basically the same mistake twice in a row there. She returns the open and will trail by only 2. All this to say is that Layla is rapidly improving when she is able to add just a little bit of side to that when she needs it. It'll actually be great to keep that dead end over end trick for super squirrely burn out lanes too. Uh-oh, I got a side piece. What do we got going on here? Am I simulcasting?
Yep.
Nice. I am everywhere. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I better start saying more nice things. Layla tight this time. Typical reaction to a couple light pocket hits is to go a little tight the next time. She does. 9 count, relatively makeable. Henry continues to lead, 35, 8th frame. No! Just, boy, how often does this happen when you're a non-winner? You just get tasting that victory. Just a hair soft on the speed, the ball nosedives, pays the ultimate penalty, the big 4. Oof. Nicely done from Layla. If you didn't watch the other half of the video, Layla's big sister Giselle and her roommate Geraldine Two JBT Starlets off in Ottawa. Are they still in the car? Oh, and Kenji is there too? Oh my goodness. All right. How is Kenji there? Oh, I see. We got a big group thing. It's getting too technological for my case there. Henry Smart to get the 2 out of that. That gives him 182 through 8. If Sam can find a way to double here, he'll crawl within 9 pins, and of course would then have that double working into the 10th. So what looked grim is now a giant opportunity. As to me, his adventure continues. Her 3rd straight interesting frame just shaves that 9 count. She tries to literally shake it off. Title match jitters. See what Sam can do. Better shot, right? Yeah, picture perfect shot there. That time he found the happy medium. Didn't try to frozen rope it. Didn't get it out too wide, and that makes sense on a pattern like Beaten Path. It gives you a little room, but not too much left or too much right. Sam throws it perfect, gets that strike in the 8th. And Jaeger will have another adventure. One of my pet peeves, that stinking 310. I hate 310s, Jake. I feel like I make 410s better than I make 310s.
I made all of mine today.
Did you really? Well, congratulations. That's why you finished top 8. I can't make them. Let's see if Tamia shows us how. Hard and straight. That is exactly how you do it. I'm going to have her come in and sub for me. That's a perfect split conversion. Nicely done. Giant opportunity for Sam. Careful preparation. What's that hip swivel? That's all to get spine and arm swing aligned to what he wants to go to his target path. That looks pretty good. Whoa, that 7 is wiggling so much. Boy, really nice ball. These big power bowlers, they're going to carry that light hit more often than not. A pin, when it gets 7 pins off its axis, must fall. That pin must have been hovering in the 5 or 6 zone. That was awful darn close to falling over. Prognosticating someone, he told me about 3 hours ago, boy, these corner pins have been hard to pop out this weekend. He would have loved to have popped out that one. Still a match, though. He'll trail by 20 if he converts this spare. Oh, Tequila's got to hang on to that 7. She doesn't. Smacks that thigh. And no! Boy, Sam had been doing such a great job of really carefully preparing on his spares and not taking anything for granted. Just flat out missed it. Another way to put it there. Now he can only max at 201, which means Henry needs 20 pins in 2 frames. Boy, I feel bad for Gritsky there. He's really taken this moment for all he could. Haha, the Cowboy doinks it in preseason. See, when Layla makes those mistakes, they tend to be right as the ball just stays dead flat and has 0 axis rotation to get the ball back right to left. She'll learn that. She's learning so fast. Henry's got to forget what Sam did and pretend he's got to strike out to win. Yes! Oh, he knows it. That's close for Layla, right? Yeah! Nicely done. Well, shaky on the 7 pin, but perfect on the washout. Nicely converted. It's a low scoring but interesting match with the girls. We tell newcomers around here all the time if they struggle, which they tend to do, chin up. It is so hard to even make the cut in our tournaments, let alone the top 4, let alone find yourself in the victory circle, and Henry Hine just did that. Oh my goodness. 2 nice kids, there can only be 1 new champion. It will be Henry taking it home. Pretty shot from Tanea. She'll lead by 12 as a result of that strike. I know Sam would pay me a couple extra bucks to get that 7 pin back. It may not have mattered, but if he had spared it, he could have gone out for 213. Henry already back in the 230s, but you never know how the 9th and 10th would have gone with, you know, a different set of circumstances. So, will Henry let his hair grow from here? Will we see Henry with a nose piercings? Off of that, the direction of his dad, who's not listening to a word I say, and I don't blame him. Covers are up for 231 and a championship. And a smile. 15-year-old scratch champion, nothing unusual about that around these parts. I'll give you a sticker if you make it.
You're a sticker if I make it?
Yep.
I've been close every time.
I've seen you have been close on this. We'll cut your hair if you miss it.
I learned today the hair's not enough.
All right. We'll cut a lock. That's 4 feet of hair.
The hair is the best part. And then it's more.
I have enjoyed the hair this weekend. Revelito had something going with that bright white deal. Come on, ball.
Sticker.
No.
Who's gonna cut it? Let's go, Henry.
Sam's over there going, 7-pin? Really? That's what changed this match? For all that? 231 to 178, not indicative at all of how close that match was most of the way. Layla will trail by 13 if she converts it, which she does. Jake has finally finished his burger so I can take his chair. Dramatic matches all the way through today. Everybody, where I look left and right, I see somebody that won or lost by less than a mark. Spencer threw it perfect and boned a 9 to lose his match. That was... Alright, Layla can strike out for 170, which would force an 18 fill from Tamia. She's been so good in the 9th and 10th. Get lucky in that one. That's going to be the next step in her game, adding a little bit of side to the ball, where she's had a chance to carry those. Conversely, though, you see that her, what looks like super high hits carry very well for her. She's a competitor in a competitive family. And as I understand it, every time she won a game today, it delayed a cake. And that I find unacceptable. So hopefully, covered for a prayer, she does. Carolyn, Giselle, Kenji, you all behave. No frat parties. Study, study, study. Your coaches are watching. That one, she did come around a little bit more. See the pin action much better on that one. 157, this is what, about her 17th game of competition this weekend? So, she's going to sleep well tonight, even though it's not the ultimate result she wanted. She should be the points leader, I would imagine, in handicap after the first week. A long, long season to go, but it's not so bad to start things on top. You got to win 3 of these matches to get into the girls' TPC at the end of the year, where Tamia finished 3rd last year. Look out, ball. Wow, well, she manages to whip the 5. She moonwalks off the approach with somehow a 161 to 157 win. I don't even know if either of them knew the situation there. Well, that's an appropriately wacky to end a very interesting round of match play all the way through. Congrats to all of our winners, finalists, everybody else. Got 2,500 videos here if you want to watch the rest of them while you should be working all week. Well, me and the Potato Cam, we will see you guys in Kingman in 2 weeks. Bye.